Jyotirgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritangamaya Aviravir Rudro Yate Dakshinam Mukham Te Namam Pahi Nityam Te Namam Pahi Nityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. And evermore shine in our hearts with your resplendent face. Om peace, peace, peace be unto us. So we are revising the Shanti Gita. We are in the third chapter and we read up to 15 verse last time. Third chapter, 15 verse. The question started in this third chapter that Arjuna was asking Bhagavan Sri Krishna. There are some questions, pertinent question, which says that you, O Krishna, you are, tell me how the liberated soul, how they walk, move, talk, and also tell me how a knower of truth can be moving around in the world without having ego. And that response, Bhagavan told that this is Vyavaharika. Or other people are identified with the body and mind, but they have no body consciousness. Therefore, when they know that they are Satchidanandam Atmanam Jada Janati, when one knows that I am Satchidananda and I am I do not do any work, I have no action, and stays in his own divine self, then only one thing works. That thing is the impact of the past actions, sangaskara, prarabdha. The action which had been started with this body has started. A realized soul still functions because the body starts functioning, though internally they are disconnected from the body. And it is they see the world like a Maya. It is like a magician's magic show. Know that it is visible, but it is not true. And knowing that, they go beyond all this. So that much we did. Now Arjuna is putting, a very sincere spiritual person, putting more question. That question is 16 verse. Arjuna Vacha. Arjuna said, Ka maya yadbhuta Krishna, ka vidya jivashuti, nitya vi upiyatho anitya, kasavavastayor hare. So this is my question, Arjuna said to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Ka maya. What is that maya? Ya adbhuta, which is very unique, is very wonderful, grand. Kavidya, what is called the ignorance, individual of jiva, jiva sutika, which gives birth to this birth of this body, jiva, individual soul. Ignorance gives the birth of this individual soul, and Maya gives the birth of the whole universe. So tell me how Maya, that Maya, oh Krishna, tell me how it is so wonderful. What is that Maya? And what is Maya? Cosmic ignorance. And is what is individual ignorance? It is a technical question. What is this cosmic ignorance? by which everything is bewildered. We all billions, millions, trillions, millions of objects of the world appears to be true. And what is my avidya? What is holding me back from my going into the self-conscious reality? It is nitya, it is eternal, bhava nitya. This maya, avidya, are they eternal or are they non-eternal? Kasavavo, what is their nature? Tayo, both of them, maya and ignorance. This is a very one point, very important point to know. The cosmic ignorance and individual ignorance. What is cosmic ignorance? Cosmic ignorance, the sun. The sun is sun. Sun for everyone. I see, you see, everyone. But someone may love the bright light of the sun. Someone will hide from the sun. This is the personal choice. Why? Because ignorance is working. My own ignorance is working. I like and dislike is working there.
No, it's not about dislike, like say the bats and all these kind of animals. Their body cannot tolerate that, but that's not their personal choice.
Why they got that body? Because of their karma, because of their karma, because of their mind. All comes back to one point. Their ignorance. So anyway, same. A better example will be you like a person, I dislike it, that same person. Person being the same, my mind says he's a good guy. Someone says he's the worst guy. Someone loves him, someone hates him. Why this difference happen? Because ignorance. Person is the person. It's God's creation. Okay, no? The same person should be, if I have no ignorance, I will see the same thing, you will see the same thing. But why do you different than me? That is because of the ignorance, individual ignorance.
But is the fact that there is a person cosmic ignorance?
And yeah, cosmic ignorance shows us the whole universe. One flower you like, you say, what is my most, I personally like yellow. You say, I like blue. Why do you like blue? I say, I like yellow. Why? It's my personal choice. Personal choice? Why do you personally choose like that? If God has chosen that, because your ego, because your ignorance, you don't see as God has created, you see what your mind tells. That's called the jiva, individual ignorance. Understand? God has created one thing. If we have no ignorance or no way in that, as God has created, I could have seen the same thing. For everyone would see the same thing. But you don't. We see the same person. Uh, Someone is so excited to see them and love and respect and fall at the feet of that person. Another person hates, cannot tolerate. Looking at him is jealous. He's a guy destroying everything. No? So this reaction comes in one. Another reaction is another. Why it is happening? The difference in our behavior. Why it is happening? If it is God created one thing, all we should see the same way. Because my lens comes there. That's called jiva. Sri Bhagavan Uvasu. Now the response comes from Sri Bhagavan. Let us see how he says. Srinu Mahadhuta Maya Sattadi Trigunanita Utpatti Rahita Anadir Anaisargiki Opikatyate. Srinu, listen, Arjun. You are talking about the cosmic Maya, ignorance. What is that? It is Maha Adbhuta. It is a very strange and unique creation of God. No? Great wonder. It's one of the greatest wonder. There is nothing, but this whole universe has been created out of nothing. No? Out of nothing means magical power of God. So that's Maya is a great wonder. Maha. And what is it? Satyadi Trigunatmika. It has three gunas. Sattva quality, Rajas quality, Tamas quality. Sattva quality is a which gives a clarity of seeing. Say the glass. Through the glass I can see what is outside, what is inside. Sattva quality always reveals pure quality, compassion, love, feeling for others, sympathy, empathy, all these noble qualities. And Rajas quality, arrogance, I. Who are you? You know, who am I? I am this. My I, ego, and all this manifestation of pride, etc. And Tamagun, dull, mean, unkind, violent. Don't you see the world like that? In human personalities, in the nature, among the animals, among the cats and dogs, you will find some are very same category of cats. One is fighting, another is docile, another is mew mew mew. Huh? So these are all why they do behave that way because they are empowered with some with the sattva quality, some with rajas, some with tamas quality. So sattva, rajas, and tamas. Utpatti rahita anadi. This composed of three gunas and without origin. Origin means you cannot find the beginning. When this ignorance or cosmic ignorance started, when the world was created, which year? We cannot find, go back, there is no end. Even human being didn't come, stone age, this, that, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. It was there. So it has no beginning. That is Utpatti Rahita. Anadi, that means no beginning. And then Anadi Utpatti Rahita, Anaishwargikopi. It is Anaishwargik means Anaishwargik is it is Naishwargik is it is its own nature, it has been said. So listen, this most wonderful cosmic ignorance is composed of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, and said to be it has no origin and it is no beginning and existing with its own nature, its nature, and therefore eternity. So it is there, the ajnana, ignorance is there forever as it were. Avastu vastivat bhati, avastu vastuvat bhati. It is not there, but it appears. There is no maya. In the eye of a knower of truth, this world does not exist. In the person who is in samadhi, say, in that state, where is this world? Where is any creation? That's why Swamiji's song Vivekananda sang, no? Neither there is no sun, no moon, no stars, no. And in the infinite space, everything is floating and everything vanishes into vanish. Void ends into the void. That means this creation is so long we have the mind. When the mind is gone, creation is gone. Every day we are experiencing. You go to deep sleep. Where goes your world? When you are in deep sleep, do you see the world? Do you see the dream world? Do you see the sun, moon, star? That you see up to dream, where their mind is still functioning. And when mind drops, here the mind drops tired and again wakes up. Huh? But to knower of truth, when their mind becomes extremely awakened into the consciousness, bas, finish. They don't see the world, they see everywhere consciousness. So, avastu vastuvad bhati. It is not there, but it appears like this. Mere appearance, with reference to the 18. Bostu satta samasthita. But it is resting on bostu. Bostu means the object. What is the object? Brahman. But the whole world is resting on the Brahman as it were. That means all the waves and ripples you are seeing, there is no such nothing. It is only ocean. All this, if you say that you are seeing the world, it is standing on the ocean of consciousness. It's all ripples and bubbles in the ocean of consciousness. Sadasadbhyam, it is called, it can be said that it is there, it can be said it is not there. Sadasadbhyam. Anirvacha, it can be determined. Shanta, it has its end. But still, Chabhavarupini, but it appears as if it is not, it is permanent. Where is my one page come? So, that which is unreal appears as real, adhering unto the essential nature of Brahman. This is not there in the point of experience. But this experience, this Satchidananda, that is there all the time. So the appearance comes on what? On the ground of consciousness. So that means there is Brahman and Maya is superimposed on it. And it comes and it goes. See or Maya is both real, you can say Sat. Is Maya there? Well, yes, I see it. It is there. Asat? Well, no, it is not there. For whom? For a knower of truth, it is not there. So how will you define Maya then? It may be said it is there, you may say it is not there. Sadasatyam, or duality opposite. It is what then? Anirvacha. It is, you cannot express, you cannot describe, you cannot describe Maya. And it is Santa. Maya ends at a point. Maya has no beginning, but Maya has an end. Understand? We do not know when you started, this world is started, how many lifetime I am coming back and forth. If you believe in the rebirth theory, into the world, born in this way, that way, going through the experiences. But will it continue forever? No, it has a breaking point. With the knowledge, this world view will go away. But it will be void? No, it will be Satchidananda. That's the difference between Sankara and Buddha. Buddha says today is Shankara's birthday, so we should think about Shankara also a little bit. This is all we are reading Shankara. Shankara's idea expressed in this way. Now Shankara came afterwards, no? But I'm saying the same established. Shankara established philosophically on grounding these ideas in a strong ground, which is called Advaita Vedanta concept. So, from what is it? This is the definition. Shankara also said this, that it is avastu, it is not there, Maya is not there, but Vastuvat Bhati, it appears as if it is there, and it is Vastu Satta, so much how it exists, because the consciousness is in the background as it were, and over it all this creation appears. Is it there? Can you say Maya is there? Yes, Maya, I see it. How can I say it's not there? I'm seeing you. And this real world is so real. If someone uses some sweet words, we become melted. And if someone uses some harsh word, then we get into the feast. So how can I say it is not real? It is real. But is it real? Well, no, it is not real to the realized soul. Asat. Anirvacha, it cannot be determined. It cannot be definitely say what is what. And Shanta Swabhavarupini, it is in the form of reality. Now, next verse says, Brahma Swaya Chid Vishaya Brahma Shaktir Mahabala Durghato Udghatana Shila Jnana Nasha Vimohini. Huh? It is Brahmasraya. Maya rests on, we rest in that floor. No? We are resting. This chair is resting on what? On the floor. So all the creation, cosmic creation, is resting on what? On Brahman, the ocean. As I just told you the example of the Pacific Ocean and the infinite number of waves and ripples. Waves and ripples are the creation. It is standing on what? Waves and ripples have no real existence. If you take out the ocean, will there be any wave or a ripple, bubble, foam? Nothing will be there. So this good, bad, beautiful, not beautiful, everything will just vanish if there is no Brahma. So when you get into Brahma Jnana, that's why everything vanishes. Only Brahman remains. So Brahma Asraya rests, Maya rests on Brahman. Chit Vishaya. And consciousness is, Chit means consciousness. Consciousness is his field. That means its play. It plays on consciousness. Huh?
It sounds like both if everything disappears if you take Brahman away, but also if you only have Brahman, everything disappears.
Now, all this taking away, giving away, you are talking because you have the mind. When the mind goes out, then who will say what? Where is the world then? So every day, compare your own experience when you go to sleep. This will be understandable. The whole world concept goes where? Into a void. But does go everything or it remains in him? That's why the Brahman remains in Brahman. Everything is Brahman's power. That's why sometimes it says Brahma Shakti. It's the power of Brahman. Ramakrishna said it's the power. The snake and snake moving. It's the power. The power for Brahman. But for us, ignorance. Magician plays the magic. It is a power, magical power. And we are bewildered. Seeing the say, false thing is showing in such a way, and we think that that is the truth. So, this Maya rests on Brahman, Brahmasraya, Chid Vishaya. Its subject or its field or its play is the consciousness. It plays on the consciousness. All our actions, inactions, thoughts, our pleasure, pain, all these are in the play of consciousness. That's why Brahma Jnani, in one of truth, sees that it is all Brahman playing in different ways. No? It's all dance of Brahman. And then it is a Brahma Shakti. It is the Shakti, it is the power of Brahman. This Maya has no power, but is the power of Brahman. Just I said, it a Chit Shakti. We call in Tantra, we call Mahamaya, great mother, the power, great Shakti, great power. She is the power of Brahman. And Mahabala, great power and a great strength. So the whole world is bewildered by that. And then Udghatana Shila. It is capable, Maya is such, capable of what is impossible, make it possible. Which is not possible. In the dream, there cannot be a tiger running on the field and you are being chased by that tiger. It is not possible. You are in a safe bed, you are lying down. But you are crying in that dream, but you are being chased by a tiger. Where the tiger comes from, where you come from. The background is you. From your mind it pops up. So similarly, this entire cosmos has come out of the consciousness, ocean of consciousness, which is called Brahman. That's why it's called Brahma Shakti, the power of Brahman. Jnananasya, but it can show you some fun for some time. But if you bring a sword of knowledge, you can cut it. That's why Vedanta says, say I am that, not this, not this, not this, it is tangent, and doing all this time, this magic show of Maya cannot delude anymore. Then you become a realized soul. People say that person is a Brahmagyani, that person is Jivan Mukta, liberated in the free life. And capable of making, that's why the Maya's definition is Aghatana, Ghatana, Potiosi. Potiosi means the expert. The expert manufacturer of something which has not been there. Like magicians. The expert in creating something, they say in a big drum, the big empty drum, they show it. See that empty drum here, here. I do not know if people have seen or not. When we are children, we used to see the magic show. And they show it this way and put it like this table and say, put it here and covers one with some towel or something. And said, you ask anything, I will bring it out. They say, Ache, I want a mango. And he puts his hand and brings the mango out. Oh, Ghatana Potiyasi. It is not possible. If he can prepare mango like that, he will be a big businessman. So why he should show magic and earn money? That it should be piles of mango, one by one would come and best mango will come out. Whoever is asking something else, it comes out. So it is not possible. Some trick is there. So Maya is the trick of God. So that's why it is called Aghatano, Ghatana Sila. Here they say Durghato, Udghatana Sila, which is Durghat, which is not possible to happen, Du Ghata, and that is Ghatana Sila. It makes it possible. You will be convincingly believe that that is true. We are believing this is true. Who not? Only a few crazy people may say this is not. The whole world says this is true, truer than anything else. And Gyananasa, but when you give me a flash light of knowledge, this disappear. All these are happening in ignorance. And when the knowledge is brought, all this, that's why all these fun shows and magic shows goes in creating an atmosphere of little clouded environment. No, the movie hall to make it very real. That's why they make it off, or the light switch are all put off, so that your focus goes on there, and you are as if in the darkness, and you are focused there, and that's why it becomes so real. And Bimohini means it is this Maya, impossible, possible, bewildering, and can be destroyed by knowledge alone. And it is Bimohini means is actually charm, charms the heart of people. See, rest on Brahman and consciousnesses are filled. See, the power of Brahman and is very strong, capable of making possible, impossible, and bewildering, and can be destroyed by bewildering. It can charm you. It's in a such charming way. It stands before you. You cannot deny that it is a Maya. It is a play. It is a fun. It appears to be so true. And now 20th verse says, Shaktidayam himayaya vikshipo abriti rupakam tamodhika briti shakti vikshipakha tu rajasi. Shaktidayam himaya. There are Maya, this Maya Shakti has two expressions. One is Vikshepa Shakti, another is Avarana Shakti. One is the covering aspect, it covers the Brahma Jnana. Our knowledge of Brahman is covered first. And not only it ends there, it projects Vikshepa. It projects new things. Just exactly what happens when you go to movie theater. First of all, external music is there, light is there, and you are having some popcorn and you go into the hall and start talking to your friend and munching and talking, another thing. And suddenly, suddenly the music starts little slowing down and the light dim, 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 and light goes away. And then projection comes. So two things is happening. First, you are aware in this of this world. We are all aware of our divine nature, but we wanted to see theater, movie, and all the whole audience in the hall will see the same movie. So creation, we are all then started to watch. And Bhagavan said, okay, you like to see the Maya? Okay, see the trick now. First, ignorance. They cover our knowledge about God, about Brahman, about Atman, about freedom, everything is covered. Okay? And not covered. So light switched off, all ignorance. You don't see anything then. Suddenly the light is there and no matter off, you cannot see anything. And immediately they don't give any split second. Boom on that. And then dance and singing going on. Warner Brothers, this, that going on. And then it attracts our attention. No? So this is called the big shape. Big shape means it's a distraction. So first covering our own nature and then projecting on us what we are not. Now what is going on? I feel identified with that. I have no connection. I am sitting here. I paid money to get my chair, seat, and have come for fun, enjoyment. No, and immediately the first scene, a devil comes and stabs someone. Boom, and you still jump out of your seat. Huh? Identification. So quickly it happens. This identification. So this is the play of Maya. It is not there. Actually, nothing happening. No one is stabbing there. It is a white screen and then some projection going on. But for us, we are totally bewildered here itself. What about God's Maya then? So that is the idea. It has got two power then. Shakti Dayang Himayaya. There are the powers of Maya are indeed of two types. One is Vikshepo Avritti Rupakam. One is Vikshepo means projection and Avritti means covering. So it has the two nature, one projection, one first covering and then projection. If it is only covering, that is okay. But that is not too much troublesome. Like when you go to sleep, it is total covering. I am in ignorance. I do not know anything. But when you are going into the consciously inside, then it is you see how mind is rattling there and there and there and there. So big shape is the distraction. So it's a projecting power and veiling power. Tamo vritti, avritti, tamo odhika vritti, shaktir vikshepa atmika. When Shakti Vikshepakha to Rajasi. Vikshep means when it is projection, that is of the Rajas nature, and when it is covering aspect is Tamas nature. We all understand. When you go to sleep, what state you go? This is called the waking state. You go to dream state to sleep state. Sleep state means you go to Tamas, darkness. And now we are in Rajas. Now and also in dream, we are in Rajas mood. So it says big shaper is the Rajas quality manifesting, and in Avarana or covering, that is the Tamas quality. The powers of Maya are indeed two types, veiling and projecting. The preponderance of inertia is the veiling power. Preponderance of inertia is the veiling power. But the one which is called projecting power is of passionate nature. It is called the Rajas. 21st verse. Vidyarupa Suddha Satta Mohini Mohanashini Tava Pradhana Ato Avidya Savritti Shaktimat Tataha Vidyarupa Suddha Satta. The cosmic ignorance Maya is of the form of knowledge. When Is God plays. It's called God's Leela, God's divine play. So when cosmic ignorance by its own nature is not that much difficult to cover our knowledge, but that is pure. And Shuddha Satta, Mohini Mohanasini, pure in essence, charming and the destroyer of delusion. Mahamaya, if you come to the point, I said two coverings were there. One is covering aspect and is projecting aspect. Now after that, Vidya Rupa, there are again which is divided into two forms. One is called the appearance of knowledge, another is ignorance. And the cosmic ignorance, what is called the Maya, is of the form of knowledge. Because when you get the knowledge of God, naturally you don't see the world as we see now. You have to understand this point very much. This world as we see, God's creation plus our projection. Do you remember this point? God has created everything. So we should see everything in the same light. God created like a big artist. He creates everything out of fun. Where is good, what is bad in it? In the eye of an artist, there is nothing good, nothing bad. It is a creation, creativity. But you go with a mindset, you say it is good, it is ugly, it is auspicious, it is inauspicious. So you are projecting your mind there. So God has created everything, there is meaning, there is purpose. God has created the beautiful rose, God has created the poison oak. You cannot blame God. Hey, you have created poison oak. Why? It is bad. In His creation, good, bad, everything is there. He has done without any very special ego sense of doing something good or bad. That's why if we can go or raise our mind to that God consciousness, then we will be in the mind of God as it were. So we will have no sense of distinction, no feeling of suffering or pain. But when we are projecting with my impression, again ignorance, then is our choice of likes, dislikes, and all the duality coming. That I repeated again. So now he says that the cosmic ignorance and Maya, that is of the form of knowledge, pure in essence, Sattva quality. It is charming and it destroys our delusion. The individual ignorance of Vidya is due to preponderance of tamas quality and is endowed with the power to cover. Now, are Maya and Avidya two different? Are you getting this point or not at all? We are talking of the cosmic ignorance, we are talking of the individual ignorance. Your ignorance, my ignorance, this is that's one type of ignorance, and we are covered by the cosmic ignorance one. Brahman is the only reality. But it is in cosmic ignorance, it appears in name and form, sun, moon, stars, galaxies, earth, planet, human, subhuman, plant, animal, all this, no? This is God has created, not you, not me. How He created? By His magic power, Maya. We have heard so much. But we are projecting our own world. Why we are suffering? Why in the same family, five people are there, one is full of anxiety and could not sleep all night. In the same environment, same food, mom is feeding the same, mom has prepared the same meal, everyone is fed, everyone is having their own room, same electricity, same air condition, same thing. But why you are suffering? One is in a fun and joy, another is suffering. Why? It is the ignorance of individual avidya. So it is called the avidya technical term. So cosmic ignorance and individual ignorance, that they have their own role. Cosmic ignorance, there is no bondage. In individual ignorance, there is the bondage. That's why we work how to get out of our individual ignorance. Our whole struggle. Why do you meditate? There are hundreds of people, they don't meditate. Why do you come to the spiritual classes, this Vedanta classes? It is, and why others not? Why are they sitting here, inside here? Don't move 5 steps to come over here. Why? They don't feel it. Why? Everyone's level of understanding and these are different. Sattvika, Rajasika, Tamasika. It is ignorance which makes us different between one to other. But if suppose your ignorance is lifted and my ignorance is lifted, you will see that what is the God's creation. You will see from that angle. I will also see from that angle. There is no fight, there is no distinction. So this is the thing to be understood. Our spiritual practice needs because we have our individual ignorance. That is the major problem for us. God created this world is not problem. If you can get out of your own ignorance, then automatically you will see God's personality will also vanish. You will see that it is Satchidananda. And in God's eye, that's why those people look at that. Those people who gradually grow much more, no? They become fine only one. Sankara today, let me tell at least one story of Sankara. The Sankara was this, seeing this, now he is coming from the, taking a holy bath in the holy Ganga in Benares. And he was coming to visit the temple, temple of Lord Vishwanath, Shiva. He is a human personality now, though he is divine. Who show he says, I am Atman, I am Brahman, no? Always that is the message of him. And when he is coming with a water pot, Ganga water in the hand, and going to the temple, and it's found that one dog and another man sitting over the dog, dirty. There's no sense of propriety, purity. They collected some bread from some shop they threw away in the dustbin or something. And he took it and he's sitting on that dog and he's eating himself one bite and feeding the dog other bite. Huh? And then he said, what is going on? Hare, in Maya, if we see inauspicious dog, street dog, dirty, never clean, eats whatever soils, human soil or everything is eatable for him. And this guy is sitting over him and making fancy vegetarian and eating himself and feeding himself. No? So this, naturally, the purity of Shankara in showing us that how we live, this story can explain all what we are reading now. This whole chapter can be explained on this one story. So we find that he is coming and naturally, suppose you have taken a holy bath, you are going to see the Lord Shiva and some auspicious, inauspicious, dirty thing blocking your road. Then Shankara says, Duram Apasara. No, Are, get out from my way. I am going to the holy Shiva. That means Shiva is holy, this is unholy. No? This concept is working in the mind of Shiva, Shankara that time, is it not? You have to accept it, otherwise why he is saying, hey, get out of my way. Huh? And then he said, but this man, he does not care. He's eating and feeding and smiling like that. Then Shankara said, please get out of my way. I'm going to Lord Shiva. And seeing my play, then suddenly that man said that why are you getting smiling at me or why are you teasing me? Vishnu, Puristhito Vishnu. I am Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. I am sitting on the dog, you see, it is not dog, it is Vishnu, the Lord Vishnu. And I am Vishnu, Khadati, I am feeding. This dog you see, it is not, it is Vishnu. I am Vishnu, feeding the dog Vishnu. Om Vishnu Puricito Vishnu. Vishnu is Khadati Vishnave. And you are also Shankara. Who are you? You are also Vishnu. And Katham Hasasi Re Vishnu. Why are you smiling at me? Why are you teasing me? Sarvam Vishnu Mayam Jagat. Everything is permeated by Vishnu. It is clasped. Shankara got the knowledge. And that is the whole Vedanta is there. In the dualistic sense, we will have auspicious, inauspicious, good, bad. Nothing wrong. That is still Shankara is working in the personal level as playing like a human being like us. These are demonstration for the good of the world. People will think about these stories thousands of years and get liberated. So he's imposing as if like us. If I see something auspicious, hey, I'm going here, sprinkle Ganga water. We always say, no? You go to offer flower, or nuns will say, sprinkle Ganga water. Because it's pure, auspicious. It is impure. Your dress is impure. Take a shower, then come. Auspicious, inauspicious. Good, bad, holy, unholy. These are all in the level of duality. I have ignorance then. And as from that standpoint, Shankara, their appearance of Lord Shiva, no? That is Shiva's play. She was demonstrating that, no? And he said, then you see what is inauspicious? Dog, street dog, dirty dog, and a man, he is not clean, he is also a crazy guy, matted lock, dirty body, nothing in possession, maybe half naked, and he's eating something from the street. It's how dirty is this? It should be inauspicious. But what the knowledge in a flash he gave, Hari, why are you smiling? It is not a play of Vishnu, Lord Narayana, or is Lord Shiva, whatever name you give, it is a play of God is going on. And instantly, when Shankara, because he's all, this is for our knowledge, he wake up into the knowledge and get the vision of Lord, no? So that is the example when it is all play of God going on. You are from your mindset, you are seeing pure, impure, holy, unholy, good, bad, but that is only the play of God going on. So that's the, as we have just read, it is Maya, Brahman playing, Khelati Bhagavan Brahmande. There is a song, Khelati Bhagavan Brahmande. In this whole universe, Bhagavan, the Lord, is playing. It is His play going on. You enjoy it, being tuned to that consciousness. Whenever the ego is dropped, immediately the God's play will be visible. And in that God's play, it is all joy. That's the state of Jivan Mukti. When people live in that consciousness, they are the best people in the world to live. They know how to live in the world. They live in joy and peace. They are the examples before us. And equanimity in vision come. That is the only point where the killer and the killed, Gita second chapter. eh, who is killed and who is killing, all are same. Because it's all Vishnu, Tito Vishnu. It's all Lord, 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 Lord. It is His fun going on. It is not anything else but how you are seeing to the cosmic Maya. Cosmic Maya, that does not bind anyone in bondage. But individual Maya makes us bound. Even Shankara is creating that distinction as it were, looking, taking our position. That do you see Jiva? You individual, you deal in this level. You come up in this level. All is one. The killer and the killed, the lover and the loved, the brutal, poison, yeah, what is nectar, are all same to them because it is only one. So that is these three ideas can be. So it is cosmic Maya does not bind it. It is called the Maya, and individual ignorance, we have to work on that. And that's our sadhana.
Question.
আজকের পড়াই হলো না এত বড় সাবজেক্ট, such a subject, No? You cannot just run over it. I can read it quickly. That should be. This is the division. It is not reading. So the cosmic ignorance is of the form of knowledge, pure in essence, charming, and the destroyer of delusion. The individual ignorance of Vidya is due to preponderance of inertia, and she is endowed with the power to cover. From the collective and individual perspective, Maya and Avidya are certainly not different. Maya avidya navaivinna samusti vestirupata Maya avidya samusti sha chaikaivo bodhamata. So from this point, Maya and avidya are not different. Maya, from the collective standpoint, you call it Maya. Individual perspective, you call avidya. They are not different. But the combination of Maya and Avidya are one alone, but she is thought of so many. And combination of Maya and Avidya are the different individual aspect. That means the reflection in the big pot and individual small. Suppose in the morning you see in the grass there are dewdrops, and then when sun comes, how many reflections are found? That small reflection in the water, that is the Maya for individual. It may be different. But in the cosmic level, it is the one sun, one light. There is no difference. Therefore, standing on the support of consciousness, revealed by consciousness, she makes herself the subject matter. Thereafter, covering the nature of consciousness, she generates projections from the existence. That is the 23rd verse. Standing on the support of consciousness, Satchidananda ocean, revealed by consciousness. How you know? Because of consciousness, you know. What flashlight you take? First flashlight you are taking to see the sun. You don't need any light to see the sun. Consciousness does not need another support to reveal itself. So it is only consciousness which is light, it is revealed by itself, and Maya makes herself the subject matter. As a result, covering the nature of consciousness, Maya generates projections from that, and that is called the world. Okay? So we end here in 23rd verse. Next day, we will try to reach 24th. Okay, we end here. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. Now we have some. Maya is an expert manufacturer of something that does not exist. Even with this knowledge, when a story like anger, disease, joy arise, the mind gets clouded. The knowledge and story exist side by side. There is awareness that whatever is arising is a story. How to completely come out of story. How to come out of this Maya, that is the thing they are talking about. The entire book is saying every day if we think that it is a play of ignorance, everything is happening on my ignorant level. At the ground of that ignorance, there is the reality. All the waves and ripples and all the reactions I am seeing, that is happening on the surface. But what is in the background? Background is the infinite ocean. To focus. That's why we do try to meditate here in the heart, thinking God alone is truth. And if we can dive there, deep and deep and deep, then what will happen? We'll see the manifestation of that divine everywhere. So these are the our regular practice of meditation, our regular practice of spiritual disciplines and analysis, Vedantic analysis. Shankara says, Nitta Nitya Vastu Vichar, all the time analyzing what is eternal, what is non-eternal, what is permanent, what is not permanent, and then rejecting what is impermanent, to try to hold the what is permanent. Like that, this process will purify the mind, and when the mind will be free from tamasa or rajasa, then Sattva will prevail. And Sattva quality, when it prevails, then truth will reveal soon. And Sattva will also dissolve, then one will be established in God. So the process is that anger, disease, all this suffering will be there so long we are in the duality. But if we think that duality is only an appearance, but there is some infinite behind it called conscious entity and God's or you and one step up above, one step earlier than it is God's play going on. It's a first to see is not my ego, my ignorance. Okay, if one try to get out of that, then see it is God's play going on. God's play and then God. Play should go away and then God will reveal. My play of the universe, dissolve that. God's play, let it come to God's play, and God's play also goes away, then remain in absolute nirvikalpa state, samadhi state. মায়ার আবরণ থেকে কিভাবে মুক্তি পাবো, right? That is the Thakur has said, Ramakrishna has said so many ways, Shankara has so many ways. Take whatever bhakti, jnana, karma, yoga, whatever path remains the same. How much big thing we talk about ultimately remains that you have to do sadhana. You have to work on your ignorance. And ignorance covered with tamas quality. Remove the tamas quality, bring it rajas quality, rajas to sattva quality, and transcend it. So this is the same path. We will all have to follow the same path. Mukti. Ramakrishna talks about Maya. When Ramakrishna said that, fall at the feet of Maya. Say, oh Ma, please, please, please. Then Maya may open the door. That's the bhakti path. Jnani path, I will by analysis, I will destroy this ignorance.
But though Thakur said that you can pray and then she will do. But they say Yogasishta that Sham, Dan, Dando, Ved, Chalana, Indrajan, Piksha. Out of the seven, none of these will work except Upeksha. Sham is that a pair. It's not going to work because it's the quality of Maya. So we will never be getting out of that. Sham is not the way.
Do whatever and get exhausted. You follow the instruction as you said, upeksha. Upeksha means what? You indifferent. This world is going on, okay. I cannot totally destroy. I know it is there, but I don't pay much attention to that. If you don't pay value to that, it becomes valueless. So that's the path. But not necessarily everyone will read the book, but they will have their own tendency and they will follow each path. And then they will know as they move every path we proceed, we get some knowledge and wisdom. We again try another way, try another way. Ultimately, ignorance is to be removed. That's the major point. How? By total destruction of ignorance, by knowing the truth. So move towards the east, Ramakrishna said, west will fall back. And Maya, 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 all the day we talk, we become more engrossed into Maya. Rather, I say, I am Atman, I am Atman, I am Atman. That is the point. Take whatever path suits. Is there really any difference between our deep sleep and pralaya of God? Or is this Brahman Shakti power too? Would not a Jivan Mukta be indiscernible from God? Uh, is there really any difference between? Yes, our deep sleep state will go to ignorance. Eh? And Mahapralaya, you can say God also goes to deep sleep. That you can compare. But what we have to do there, we have nothing to do. If God goes to see, when you go to sleep, your all the cells also try to get into sleep. Many of the functionality of the body goes into sleep. So when God goes to sleep, we all go to sleep. That's why it is called everything goes in the seed form. Ramakrishna said, everything goes in the seed form. A depressed mood for not having God realization and shedding tears to our Ishto wipe away many lifetimes of karma. Is it good if we imagine to be shedding such tears, even if our tears are mixed and perhaps instigated due to some human unpleasant interaction. Yes, because today's imagination is tomorrow's realization. A depressed mood for not having God realization and shedding tears to our Ishto wipe away many lifetimes karma. Yes, it takes away. Ramakrishna said, who is crying for God? If really one feels some imperfection or some restlessness. Today is also gone, I have not seen God. If really that genuine urge comes, that tear, yes, it brings us closer to God. That seems more sincere. But our love is what our love for God is like that. I love 1,000 other things, I love also God. God gets a share of 1,000 part of my love. But with that love we cannot realize God. Even getting a good degree in the school classroom, you have to pay your full attention. If one does not give one part of the mind and 99% part in other areas, you will not be able to pass the school examination. What is the question of this big problem, solution of our life's problem? So that person is fortunate, really, who can feel the depressed mood, not for having anything material, but for God realization and shedding tears to our Ishto. Yes, it's a very noble thing. But we have to be careful. We should not be too much emotional. Mere emotion will not do. Intense intense yearning is important. Children cry 2 times. One a fake cry, another is a genuine cry. Mom understands what is genuine cry, what is fake cry. When the fake cry, the mom does not pay attention. But when genuine cry comes, mom comes. So similarly, in our spiritual life, we should be careful not to be fake. That means, yes, I have little emotion, but I can make it aggravate so much. It appears that I really am crying for God. We can increase our emotion, but it should be guided by reason. That's why Vedanta teaches us, no? Bhakti with Jnana. Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Devotion and mixed with bhakti. Otherwise, only dancing, only singing. And that moment, mind is higher. And then what happens? When you drop, you drop. And that becomes more worldly. That time they become more worldly than ever. So therefore, it should be careful to have sincere tears for God and earnestness should be there, supported by reasoning. We can increase our emotion, but Vedanta says, check your emotion so that it gets higher energy. It's like putting a dam. Your emotion flushes this way. Hold on, and then it will go up. Emotion guided by reason, that will be best. Yeah, but if you really cry to God anyway, it will have its effect. It will bring us closer to God. And in another place it is said, God loves most purifying thing, what we can give it to God, which we can be purified, with the tears of the eyes. Really, sincerely, really, if we feel that my life is becoming miserable without having God in my life. So that is a very rare fortune that one blessed person can have it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow gospel class Medhananda.
Oh, tomorrow Gospel class Swami Medhananda. Yeah. Tomorrow Swami Medhananda's Gospel class. Yeah. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We have board meeting. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Okay.